went into administration, it looks like the retailer's been thrown a lifeline. Steph has the details on that. Morning, Steph.
Yes, good morning. Good news for around 3,000 workers, and Patrick's going to help me explain the story in a minute, but let me just give you the details. Yes, good morning, everyone. You remember last week that Game went into administration because it couldn't handle its growing debts. Well, yesterday, part of the firm was saved after Op Capita, an investment firm specialising in buying struggling retailers, agreed to take on the company. Now let's just have a look at some of the events in the last week which led up to this. Well, on Monday, Game Group went into administration, owing around £85 million to the banks. More than 270 of its worst performing shops were closed immediately, with around 2,000 staff losing their jobs. The remaining 333 stores stayed open, while PricewaterhouseCoopers, who were the administrators, hoped to find a buyer. And last night, Game was rescued after Op Capita, the firm which also brought Comet out of administration last year, announced it would be taking on the retailer. So where will Game go from here? Well, with me is Patrick O'Brien, a retail analyst at Verdict. Good morning to you, Patrick. Op Capita clearly think they can turn this firm around. How do you think they could do that?
Well, they've got their work cut out. It's a very, very difficult market. What we're seeing in the video games industry is the market dropping by maybe 7 or 8% a year, and there's increasing threat from online and from the supermarkets. So it's going to be very, very difficult for them. They really need to revitalise their stores, which have become rather bland. They also really need to develop their online offering as well and integrate it more into their store portfolio, and develop things like click and collect, where people can buy online and then go and collect from the store.
A good chunk of the stores, the poorest performing ones, have gone now. But yes, there's a certain sense of, aren't the majority of the customers who use Game the most internet savvy people, the people who do play the computer games? So, I mean, is there a place for the high street game store?
Well, it is going to be very difficult. Game did have far, far too many stores, over 600. They had 3 in Merthyr Tydfil, and no disrespect for Merthyr Tydfil, but that's not sustainable. But now they have 333 remaining. I think there's an opportunity for them in the near term. What you have at the moment is the end of the console cycle, so it's a very poor time for video games generally. But we're expecting the PlayStation, the next PlayStation, the next Xbox, the next Nintendo Wii to be coming out in the next year to 2 years, and that really does give a short-term opportunity to Op Capita to really generate some sales growth and perhaps sell it on in a few years' time.
There's a lot of customers who contacted me asking about the point scheme and also the vouchers that they had for the shop. I guess we still don't know what's going to happen there.
I think we still have to wait for an announcement from the new owners about that, but let's hope so.
And how soon do you think things will start to change? Because they're bringing in the chief executive of Halfords in order to turn the store around, aren't they? So they're clearly trying to make big changes quickly.
Well, it will take some time to really restructure the format of their stores, which really haven't been very inviting. And like you say, that their core customers very internet savvy. Really, they need to bring those core customers back into their stores, give them reason to go back into the stores, create in-store events, create in-store services, to really create a bit more excitement about their stores.
Okay, well, thanks for your time this morning, Patrick, and that's it for me for now.
All right, thanks very much, Steph.
The last time that our report